Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Big Game James. But before we get started, please make sure you like, subscribe, smash that bell so you know every time that Games Pewter Perspective is going to drop something. Yeah, that's right. Games Pewter Perspective. NFL season week 2 is about to kick off, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are facing division foe, the New Orleans Saints. Now, I'm going to say this. The Saints have had our number the last 4 regular season games, but we did beat them when it counts. A lot of people don't like to talk about that playoff win that we had. I like to talk about it because it was in our Super Bowl season. Needless to say, we're going to go ahead and get past that fact. Saints, don't forget, we beat you when it counted. All right? Anyway, a lot going on. First and foremost, man, congratulations to the boys in the pewter and the red for coming into Dallas and kicking butt, taking names, and leaving the Dallas Cowboys in a disarray. Dak Prescott is hurt. We never cheer anyone's injuries, but even before he got hurt, the defense played well, and I do believe that that is going to be the strong suit going into this week. We had some injuries in this game, and the one that I hate more than any other one is Donovan Smith. We're already banged up on the offensive line, hyperextended arm. He's doubtful. I don't think that he's going to be able to play. And knowing that we got to get ready for Cam Jordan, if we don't have Smith, more than likely it is going to be Wells. Josh Wells at that tackle position starting. Came in the game, did okay against Dallas. Michael Parsons got a couple of good pressures on him and made some plays, but at the same time, that's Michael Parsons. He's a beast as well. Some adjustments are going to have to be made. I was on a show called The Sports Coma with my man Big Q. Q is a big Saints fan. Shout out to Q and the Sports Coma family. And he asked me, Big Game, what's going to be the adjustments that have to be made? And I believe it's going to have to be made up front. We're going to have to slide our front. We're going to have to chip, which Leonard Fournette did a good job. But touchdown Lenny was limited this week in practice with the hamstring injury. So we have to only hope that Leonard Fournette is going to be able to go. And guys, Leonard Fournette, I gave him a hard time when he was overweight in minicamp, but he looked good this week last week against the Dallas Cowboys, right? Was 19 carries, 115 yards. He got after it. As a matter of fact, it was 127 yards on 21 carries. No touchdowns, but 8 o'clock managed the game. We got into the red zone a lot. Didn't capitalize on it. That's something that we're not going to be able to do against the Saints. This defense is going to be better than the Dallas Cowboys defense. We're going to have to maximize every opportunity we have. And with the injuries, and even if Julio Jones can't go, people are going to say, who's Tom going to target in the red zone? Hey, as long as number 13 is on the field, where is it? Can y'all see that on my? As long as that guy's on the field, number 13, Mike Evans, that's who you go to in that red zone if you have to. But more importantly, we have to get to the red zone. The plays have to come out well. They were a little rusty in week 1. And we're going to have to make things happen. Now, key matchups for me, I believe, Jameis Winston didn't have a bad game week 1 against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, we know the Falcons are struggling a little bit. Hey, Big Q, Smitty, don't hate me. Not Big Q, Big Low Country, sorry. Smitty, don't hate me. But we know the Falcons are going to struggle a little bit. And it was a great game, 27-26. But to me, I believe that they come into the game with a stout defense. But Jarvis Landry looked a little resurrected. And, Carlton Dean and the boys are going to have to come out and play great in our secondary, which I think they will. With that front line that we have and how they play, I said Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean. Excuse me, guys. I'm tripping. But we're going to play well. We will get things done. Our secondary, I think, is going to be tested a little bit more. Michael Thomas is back. Last week, 5 catches, 57 yards, but he can stretch the field. Landry's the guy who had 7 catches, 114 yards. They're going to try to spread the ball around. And Jameis Winston came out 23 for 34, 67% completions, 269 yards, and 2 passing touchdowns. We will have to get pressure on him. Now, I believe we will do that. Shaq Bear is going to apply the pressure. Devin White, Levante David played great last week, but we are going to have to come in. So my 3 key players that I want to watch out for this week for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is, 1, if Donovan Smith is not in the game, What does Wells look like? Can he come out? Can he protect? Can he slow down Cam Jordan? That's a tough task. I don't care if your regular system starters are in, and they will move Jordan around. So I'm not. Tristan Wirfs was a little banged up and limited in practice, but I think that he's going to be okay. Hainsey, I want to see Hainsey again because he stepped in well against a Dallas Cowboys line at that center position, filling in for Jensen, and he looked good doing it. And I'm very happy at his play, but that's another position I want to watch. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, guys, he only had one tackle against the Dallas Cowboys, and he went up against a rookie offensive tackle, which I thought that he would be able to exploit a little bit more, and it didn't really work that well. But at the same time, interested to see him this week because they say Hicks is banged up, but I think he's going to be fine. Vita Vea is going to stuff that middle and that defense. JTS is going to have to make some more plays, so he's another one of those players that I want to watch. And then will they use Rachaad White a little bit more? He's got a lot of high praise. He's got a couple catches and touches in week 1 against the Cowboys. And if Lenny is banged up and that hamstring is bothering him, do you use him to take some of the pressure off, or is it going to be Keyshawn Vaughn or Giovanni Bernard if Leonard Fournette is banged up? Interested to see those positions there. Our entire secondary, I believe that we have a very formidable secondary. Antoine Whitfield Jr., Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis III, and even Mike Edwards coming in and filling in. And his new starting role is playing well. So I think that we can win that battle. But at the same time, Jarvis Landry is the player that I'm watching out for on the Saints, how he plays. Cam Jordan's the other one. And then Jameis Winston is that third player. Those are, to me, the 3 players for the Saints that we have to watch to see how they're going to do versus our key positions as well. Someone asked me, big game, do you really think you guys can go in and win this game? Yes, I really do. The media is making the most of Brady's struggles against the Saints. I believe the Dallas game showed that Brady was still getting rust knocked off. The drives got into the red zone. There was some good plays, some good execution. Brady did miss on some balls. He's 40-something years old. Looked, I wouldn't say bad, just looked off on some of the throws that he should have connected on. But I believe he does that this week. Coming into week 2, it's going to be a little bit better for us, I believe. Now, hostile environment, yes. On the road, Saints fans hate us. They already told me they want Brady to start throwing tablets, yelling at people, fussing at people on the sideline, because if they do that, they feel like they're going to win. Long story short, going into week 2, I believe that our Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to handle business. They're going to win the game by a score of 24-20, and we will be celebrating. We'll be going home with 2 wins, our first division win, and just another thing to build on going into week 3, the next week against the Green Bay Packers. Anyway, it's your boy, Big Game James. This is Big Game's Pewter Perspective. Again, please like, subscribe, hit that bell. We are getting close to 1,000 subs, and it's all because of you great fans. I thank y'all so much for tuning in, and make sure you share it with a friend. Big Game James, Game's Pewter Perspective. Peace.